hello, and good evening to all my real live adults all around the world, city to city, state to state. It's your man L.I.V.E, and I welcome you all to the Real Live Adult Time Stories and Conversations podcast platform. Due to my current position, I'm doing things a little differently. There won't be any background music ambiance. I'm just going to shoot straight from the real live hip. Keep it moving like that. I'm going to be real short on this one. But it has been tickling my core when it comes to creative content. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and live out. Before I start, I thank you all who tune in, tap in, share, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We still building. All praise is due to the Most High, all powerful Creator. But we here with chapter 96. The title, If You Are Going to Come With. And what I'm talking about? That good old B word, baggage. You know, we all have past. We all have a past when it comes to matters of the heart, relationships, situationships, fuck ships, all that, all the ships. Make sure you have a solid anchor. Make sure you have a solid understanding of who you are versus who you were when it comes to having a past. And if you're going to come with baggage, make sure, at the very least, out of respect to self, it's just a carry on. You know, some of us, because I'm human too, some of us like to bring a whole two-room move-in on situations when it comes to bringing, when it comes to the luggage. You have a whole 2 rooms, whether it's the bedroom, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, it don't matter. They be trying to have the full course. You be looking like, damn. Man, in my experiences, and I could, I'll be having conversations with some folks. They be vague about this and that, be a little bit elusive, Hey, I'm a straight Texas Hold'em type, poker here. Here you go. I don't play spades. I play poker. Get my hand together, I lay it on the table, place that bet. It's going down. Or up, depending on what position you're in. But I put my cards on the table. At least the proper strong basics to give an individual the opportunity to make a sound decision. Because shit be all good when it's all good. But as soon as it's not bad, what wasn't all good will get brought up into the present. It's almost like folks you have conversations with individuals trying to get to know one another, and they take those bits and pieces of information, and when it's convenient for them, and normally convenience comes in the form of not getting what they want, what they feel they're entitled to. When that is the case, they'll throw up everything that you had to comment. All of a sudden, you'll see they were listening, but they pick and chose what to pull out from the conversations and the building sessions that y'all have had. And that makes for a very, very unpleasant, disheartening situation when you're dealing with that person. It makes you not want to deal with that person at all on any level. Some of us make the mistake to think because of our traumas and past bad experiences when it comes to relationships that it's okay to move forward with the only mindset being, I'm the prize. I'm the shit. I'm this, I'm that. None of us are the prize. We all are works in progress. If you're not a work in progress in the present, that means you ain't living. You ain't alive. That's just my opinion on how I feel about it. If you're not a work in progress, then you're perfect. And if you're perfect, that means you're an angel out here, which means you're no longer living. Simple and plain. But folks get that misconstrued, and the only energy they carry is acting like they're the prize. And when you're dealing with individuals like that, you have to really sit there and break down what may or may not be the case with that person and their reality and how they're dealing with their reality. But if you're going to come with that baggage, make sure it's a light carry on, because we're not going to be perfect. We're not going to be all the way together. We're still going to have triggers. We're still going to have things that offset our whole thinking process and energy process when it comes to matters of the heart. That's why it's very important to acknowledge and understand, overstand the difference between grieving or just flat out being depressed. It's okay to grieve past relationships, especially when you're processing what went wrong. You're not harping on it, but you do have to sit down sometimes and process why it did not work out. And in the times of being megalomaniacs, it's very difficult to work with individuals that don't realize the error in their ways. Everybody else was at fault. That whole victim mentality I'll be talking about. If you pay attention closely, you'll see the individuals that really, really, truly are being accountable about their decision making or lack thereof, and can truly call themselves out when it comes to that. It's an amazing feeling. At times it's a confusing one, but it's an amazing feeling. Gotta stand your ground, 10 toes down, when it comes to representing and believing in what you, just knowing yourself and believing in it. Break down each level one by one. Don't do it all at once. Break down each one. Communication, intimacy. You know, we can keep on going with the list. I'll just throw those two out. You know, we in the times right now where it's all about your body count. And for an individual that has enough bodies to where I'm able to have a nice little platform where I'm able to very much in detail describe certain experiences on the physical side that tie into emotional, psychological, spiritual feelings as well. But in these times, you got to be able to think even more deeper into the situation. And you want to know how you've really moved on and you are doing all the way okay with healing and growth from your past relationships? When you are sitting alone, breaking down, or even having conversations with an individual about your past mistakes, choices, disappointments, all those things along those lines, you have to be able to see all of the good that came from it. And one thing I love is memories. It's kind of like a reminder that I am human, and I wasn't perfect, nor was the individual that I have the history with. And if that relationship is no longer in existence on the level that it was, but you still keep in contact with the individual, you still check on them, you still get a little bit of a bubbly, tingly feeling when you hear that person's voice after you haven't spoke to them in a while, and y'all don't kick it the way y'all used to kick it, that means you're growing for real. When you feel bitter and jaded and all the way cool with just being evil and fucked up and act like you're going to be heartless, it's almost like people want relationships for themselves to go wrong so they can be what they claim is the true with their true self. And to some level of degree, that might be the case. Some of us may be that whack-ass, overhyped, savage style energy that don't make anything better. So for real. Like I got told so many times, I get told, hell, you have a temper, you boom, 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 your mouth is too smart, you have a smart ass mouth, this. Hey, what if I was one of them dudes that use that temper and be putting hands on the chick immediately when I don't get I don't get the gratification and the satisfaction that I want on any level. I just flip out, put my hands on the motherfucker. Like, no, man, that ain't me. If I'm having a disagreement with a woman that I'm dealing with, but we still able to be in the same room, if it comes down to that physical shit, I'm tearing that pussy out the frame. I'm tearing it out the frame. You are going to feel every bit of that aggression and transgression. It's not going to be that painful, uncomfortable shit, but you're going to know that pussy got boxed on for real. But dance and sing in that pussy. And have a good time doing so. Because I'd rather beat up that pussy than to beat on your face and body. Or verbally beat up on you. On that name calling that chicks be doing, shit, and dudes be doing out here where they don't get their way. And we all guilty of it. We all guilty of it. But it's cool. Get down with the AAA shit, man. Be accountable about it. Address and acknowledge it. And accept what is and what isn't. Folks, it's real life tough, but super sensitive at the same time out here. And sometimes the folks that need to be a little bit more sensitive are way too over dramatic tough. And the ones that's over, sensitive, need to toughen up a little bit. See things from many perspectives and handle your business. If you're comfortable with the real you, understand and accept the real you and display that to anybody that you deem a viable prospect of kicking it with and being all the way being in their lives for real. Show that respect to yourself. Show that respect to them. Get rid of that whack ass, all that extra baggage and shit. Quit hoarding all the bullshit. Make a safe crawl place to handle your shit properly. I apologize. You hear the background noise of cars going back and forth. I'm outside. It feels amazing right now. From the last few days of how it's felt out here in Cleveland, Ohio, U.S. of A. So you're hearing cars whiz past. You might even hear a plane about to land or take off. Hey, those are my background noises tonight. It feels amazing. I feel all the way great, even though everything ain't all the way good. Missing my best friend right now, for real. For an individual that was so tough, super rough around the edges, flawless beauty, amazing brain. Matters of the Heart was one of the favorite conversations and topics that we would always flip it on to get our mind off of the hustle sometime and the grind and the focus and dedication it takes to maintain and stay alive during the grind. She would be proud of this conversation right here. Lord knows, I'm trying to make sure I only have a carry-on bag when it comes to matters of the heart, baby. I'm going to go ahead and end it on that note right there. Get your shit together. Pack light. Do what's right. I'm Live Ty, your host for the Real Live Adult Time Stories and Conversations podcast platform. I bid you all a real live salute. Keep it all the way dope, unapologetically. We as humans are not perfect. Love is all the way live. Y'all have a good night. Like I said, be careful with self, so you know how to be careful with others. Good night. Until next time.